concept is silly, ridiculous, it's a waste of time. They didn't want. That's why they were so successful. That's why they got away.
Made a living in it very dangerous.
Integrated blue together.
Dianne Andrews in black and white.
Hello, this is Fuji Totes. I just found out Fuji could not come in with me, so I'm making a little video for you to see how the pillow works with the doggy in it. As you see, Fuji's in here in the bottom of this. At the end, after I take him out, I'm going to take all the things that are in here with him that you need on a trip, or whether you're just going, for an afternoon, everything you need to take the dog. I have driven all the way to Las Vegas, Nevada, and taken Fuji and my other dog on multiple with me with their meds, their leashes, their water, cup, and whatever, in one pack, a couple of packs of food are in the bottom of this. By the way, I even have a COVID test. If you think your dog has COVID, it's in the bottom here that you can carry. And I'm going to show you, even with all that in the bottom, he can still lay here and feel nothing. You see him sitting down on it, he can still do that with all the things in there. And I'll show you what was in there. He had a Play-Doh. He had the COVID test, as I laughed about. He has a heavy leash. He has a water bottle. He has some food. And another leash. This pillow only weighs about 3 pounds. So whatever you need in your necessities are for your dog can go in here, along with the dog as you carry him wherever you want to go. To the park. And I'll tell you, sometimes I use this to put things as I go outside. So this is Fuji's Totes. And they are patented. Now, I'm going to show you in the presentation the large pillow. All of these are multifunctional pillows that can be used for cover-ups, for totes, for luggage. And I'm going to tell you the story how I started Fuji Totes. Fuji was, but anyway, I'll say that personally to you. I don't have to tell you all that now. Thank you.
Thanks for coming back to Dianne Andrews in black and white. I have two selfless individuals, as I had mentioned, with me today from the Metanoia Manor in Zachary, which is an undisclosed location because it is a safe house for adolescent girls.
That's right.
0 to 24.
21.
21. 0 to 21. Okay. And right now, this is Beth Olinde. She's the Director of Development there. And Father Chuck Swanson is the chaplain, he says, but Beth says he does everything. So he is the president of everything at the Metanoia house. Yeah, him and Father Jeff.
Father Jeff is the founder of Metanoia.
Yes, in 2018 I read on the flyer you sent me that he founded it.
I'm against it. I'm really against it, but I can understand what happens with those kids because the mother and father are there.
Yeah.
And somebody has to come to them and says, I can get Johnny or Mary a job and he can help you so you can.
Are they paying them anything?
Oh yeah, they pay them. They're 12 years old and under.
Right.
But they don't pay them a
Child
regular.
labor laws don't matter.
Yeah, they don't pay them a regular salary.
Right. Give them $6 an hour.
And so a mother and father who, looking to feed their children and pay their rent, and will say to
this guy, a girl,
the young
trafficker,
not
prostitute.
No. They say to the boy, you can go and work and help us so we can keep our house.
To the child. Oh, okay.
To the child.
Yeah, to the child. Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure on a little kid.
Well, it's a lot of pressure,
I think.
but I'm sure they think it's normal.
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah.
I'm helping out the family.
And you would want to help the family.
Well, it's just like a lot of people put them out to sell drugs by the time they're 9 and you got that going on too, and they make a lot more money than packing house. And the little children are selling drugs, and mama knows it or daddy.
50 kids they found working that
in Omaha?
In Omaha, no, Grand Island, Nebraska.
Oh, Grand Island.
Father Jeff and I. Father Jeff is the founder of Metanoia.
Right.
And
what made him decide to do that? That's wonderful.
Once he understood about
The problem,
the problem in selling somebody.
yeah.
You can't look the other way.
Right,
And
right,
He put
once
his
I
own money
met
to build
Father
it.
Jeff and learned about human trafficking, even though I
Right.
retired, I couldn't look the other way either.
right. But it's, it's a lot of good people in America too. Why don't we have more houses that go get licensed and
Well,
help
talk about
people? Do you have a lot of volunteers that work there? Everyone's paid that works.
We have volunteers.
Some volunteers.
Some volunteers,
But you know what? It's a juvenile home, and therefore they got to get fingerprinted. They have
It's hard to get,
and that happens once a year. They have to get fingerprinted.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So to do that, and they can. And
but I don't understand why it's only 250 beds in the country.
We're
Yeah.
like I said. Once they turn 18, you put them in a cardboard box. The government doesn't care.
Yeah.
But up until 18, they can tell me, build a 9-foot fence around your air conditioner thing outside.
Right.
I mean, how many houses have a 9-foot fence?
Right, like
fence
the
for
thing
air
about the
conditioner?
pond with you were saying, to get rid of it, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
the
the government loves to give
stove
orders.
doesn't have a big enough exhaust system.
Well, will they still pay after 18, or you have to, the people
Now
over
they
18, you
raised
have
it
to live out
21. They raised
donations?
it to 21.
So they will still pay, so you have to
21.
live by their rules,
They-
21,
yeah.
yeah.
The age, they've raised the age.
The
to
Department
21.
of,
They age,
Child.
they don't age out anymore at 18.
At 18.
So that's why they stay 21.
So they still
Right.
pay,
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Because we get a little help from Medicaid,
oh, Medicaid, and that's state funded.
which they go on their parents' thing. And so, but if they leave at 18,
Yeah,
then they can't go on their parents' Medicaid. So if they stay,
so most of them you have know their parents, and they still have some form
sure.
of communication with them?
oh yeah.
And half of them, the parent put them out there to do this.
And they love their parents, they want to talk to their parents.
Can the parents come see them, or is it
They have some
non-disclosed?
visitation.
You meet in a safe
Yes.
place, another place, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. In a
And
park
it's-
somewhere, yeah.
And the reason why there's only 250 beds is,
Yeah, in the
it's just-
country.
Well, who wants to talk about that? It's such a,
So-
it's so horrible. I mean, you have to admit that you have a problem then.
But there are a lot of good people in
Yeah.
America who
But,
I would
okay.
think somebody.
Let me say
Yeah,
something
it is
else.
horrible to talk about, but it's 350 million people in the country.
Okay, these kids are trauma,
Uh-huh.
and if you raised a teenage girl,
Mm-hmm.
you get all kinds of, there's
Yeah.
a lot of drama.
Drama, yeah.
A lot of drama. We'll have 11 of them.
Yeah. And who have been sexually abused for years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
The psychiatrist probably helps them a lot, though. Those,
They-
the groups, they go to group
right.
therapy, right?
And
you
individual.
have to remember that what I told you about Kelly, it
Still affects you
yeah.
still
all
affects
your
you.
life.
Your past
It
affects
affects
you.
them all
Right.
your life. All your life.
Well, it's similar to,
So,
like the
now think
military
about
people,
this.
they still have PTSD all their life.
yes,
Yeah.
that's
Especially they
exactly
kill
right.
people.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you asked about how come we don't have more places?
Yeah.
It's very hard to find workers. Mm-hmm. Okay?
So they have
So now our model, the sisters are there 24 hours a day.
right. So you're connected to the Catholic Church, correct? So and
It's a Christian
loosely,
house. It's a Christian house.
and they're from the Catholic Church.
They are.
Right.
The sisters are.
Yes.
Yeah, and me, too.
Yes, and
Father
you, and
Jeff.
Father.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Exactly,
from,
we started-
yeah.
But no, it's a separate 501c3.
Yeah, I saw it
Yeah.
was 501c3,
Yeah.
so people
So-
can write off donations when we
That's
put your
right.
address up here. And we'll
So now let's think about this. Think you're trafficked, you're away from your folks, you're out here, you're scared to death. Now you're in this place, shelter.
yeah,
You got somebody there that's at 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock. There's somebody else that comes in at 5 o'clock to midnight, and somebody else from midnight to 8 o'clock.
you have 3 shifts, right?
3 shifts. You never know who's going to be there.
Yeah.
You never know who to trust.
Right.
So that's a lot of the problem with juveniles. And so our model is the sisters are there, like a mother is there,
Right.
24 hours a day.
A good mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard work, difficult,
Very hard
difficult work. The girls will fight, and
They do.
So you have to search. They don't.
And
so
so
they don't get knife. Yeah.
Oh, no,
they
we
can't
don't
get
allow-
anything like
we
that.
don't allow phones.
And they
or
don't have visitors or
fines
anything,
and
so they
all
can't
that.
bring anything into them.
Yes. So the average time of somebody working in a shelter is less than 6 months.
In your shelter?
Any shelter.
Any. I mean,
Not ours.
Yeah, not
Not ours.
yours, yeah.
But
Our sisters.
Because you
have
got the
been-
sisters.
Yeah.
And they've been there
been
from the
there.
beginning, I'm sure,
some-
2018.
Yeah.
Some have been there 6 years.
Yeah.
And so that's another.
Do you think that's a better model? Then
Oh,
the
it's
model would be to be like yours.
What do you think about it?
Oh, yeah, it's
If
much better.
If
And
you
you-
were a runaway and you were afraid,
Yeah.
and you didn't know, and you couldn't trust anybody, and they kept switching around,
Right.
and you didn't know who was going to be there for morning, noon, or
Yeah.
night, or anything, you couldn't have no relationship.
Right. I worked in healthcare, and I had home healthcare agencies, and people in nursing homes, a lot of those people that work there are bad people. They rape some of those old people. They do all kinds of things to bedbound people.
know.
Who would think? A lot of nuts with what you're saying. Shift workers, a lot of them are
Yeah.
crazy. And a lot of
So-
them get there to abuse people.
So, the kids,
But the sisters, it gives them, since, they have God and they have their work, they always do great things. But
And
this
they
gives
have-
them like a relationship with a daughter almost that they never had,
yeah,
right?
that's right.
It does.
It's a-
They call them. I mean,
they're
Yeah,
surrogate.
Mama
surrogate
and
mother.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it's wonderful for the sisters too,
Yeah, but,
They love those
because they're
girls.
selfless
right.
anyway.
Oh, yeah. And they
let,
love
me,
those girls.
let me tell
Yeah.
you some of the things I've seen since I've been here. The sisters have a birthday party when somebody's birthday comes along. And
There's the co-host down here.
there's a very good, happy party that's going on.
Yeah.
Everybody's there, all the kids are there, and all the sisters are there, having a good time. And then I look over in the corner, I see one of the little girls wrapped up like in a thing. Something triggered that. 16 years old and never had a birthday party.
Never.
That girl, that's
Yeah. So she doesn't even know how to act, and she's thinking about I never had one before.
not act, but just hurt,
Yes.
hurt.
Yeah. But she'll get one at your place. All she's got to do is wait for her birthday.
Well, I know that.
Yeah.
But that's what was going on.
That's what makes
with
her
somebody
happy.
else.
Yeah. Now.
Somebody else's. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of triggers. The girls will come in
Yes.
still with a pacifier in their bottle.
Like
And
11,
that just
12,
tells you where it
13 with a
started,
bottle.
how old
Yeah.
it was when it all started.
Yeah.
And they freak out if they, like, who was it that lost a stuffed animal? And they
No,
left it
no.
behind and she
So
freaked
this,
out.
I'm not going to give you the name.
No.
But this girl, when she came,
That's
she
her
was-
emotional
she
support
was,
animal.
She was
that'll-
about 15 years old when she came to us, and she had a binky, and she drank water out of a baby bottle with a nipple on it.
all the time. She would only drink it out of the bottle.
Yeah, and she had a stuffed lion
Yeah.
that she carried. We test the kids for where they are in school, and the average is out to about 4th grade,
Yeah.
even though they're there.
Yeah. Where was she? First grade?
Well, she was real low, but she was really smart. Really smart.
Yeah.
And sisters, when the girls come, put their name up and say, welcome, we're glad you're here.
We love you. All that. Yeah. Yeah.
We're very happy you want. So she went up and wrote you leave me alone, you don't know what I've
Been through.
You don't, no, not what I've been through. You don't know me. Just leave me alone. And then she was the one that had the,
Yeah.
when she lost her pacifier, she was like a 3-year-old. Just,
Berserk.
yeah.
That just,
How is she now?
Well, she was there quite a while. She's very smart. She wrote poetry
Oh wow.
she did her high school equivalency in 6 months.
Wow. She's very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart gal.
wow.
Very smart gal.
Now, do you have
So-
any international
So when
students now?
when she left, the binky was gone. The bottle was gone. I don't know what happened.
That was a big success.
I
know.
don't know. I don't know what happened to Leo.
The lion, the Leo the Lion King. He was probably named after Leo the Lion King.
And what just tore me at the heart, she gave each of the sisters $5.
Oh, she
And that-
gave them money. Wow.
Yeah.
That was a big deal for her to do.
Yeah.
Do they work and make money there?
No, they get money from the state, I think, don't they? You
Yeah,
know
they get a
that?
little check from the state. Yeah.
They do, but I mean, and also, I mean, they're taken care of with their order
Right.
and stuff, and we do, they get, the kids now get, DCFS will send
But,
something.
yeah.
They have what,
DCFS.
Beth?
DCFS will send stuff, again, but not, I
A little
mean,
bit.
look, each child is $6,000 a month.
Oh, okay.
What it cost us.
But it's going to take
So they
all of
don't-
that
yes.
from you to
Well, because all
provide the
the stuff they
care.
do,
Well, we
yes.
got 5 sisters watching them.
Right.
There's a
Food.
director.
You bring in psychiatrists, you bring in
there's
medical
a-
doctors, you bring in everything.
Well, there's an on-site counselor.
Yeah, it's
There's
expensive.
a teacher,
Yeah,
because we have to teach them.
right,
So you can't send them to a regular school.
right.
No, you just can't.
What's the highest grade that any of them have attained under you?
College girls.
Really?
We've got a
Some of them
couple-
went to college?
Oh, yeah, we have some of them gone to college now.
Yeah.
So all of yours are Americans, or is anybody another?
Right now, we have one living there from Guatemala.
Does she speak? She speaks English.
She didn't when she came, but she does it now very
Yeah,
well.
yeah. So she had to learn.
She's been with us 3 years,
Oh, wow.
and she speaks English very, very well. And she's doing very well in school.
What do you think? Since we talked about it's almost 50 million human slaves, and 10% you said, so 5 million are in America.
Yeah.
What do you think to help solve this problem with few safe house beds around the country?
Well, once people begin to find out what's happening,
Yeah, that's why we're doing
they
this too.
respond.
Yeah, I think they will.
That's what our thing.
Yeah.
You know, they respond. You know, they started asking, well, tell me a success. You know, they were asking
You just
me
said
this.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, you
Yeah.
know, right, I did tell
Yeah.
you that. But success is when the girl moves from the closet to her bed.
That's right.
Yeah.
And stop using the little,
Nunu.
Well, but no,
Pacifier, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
there's only one that's done that. There's
Yeah.
only one that's done
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But there's been several that live closet to the bed.
What's the average
So
number?
stop bedwetting.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I was surprised at that. But bedwetting is you know the else? Cutting themselves.
Oh, yeah. Trying to kill themselves, huh?
No.
Just cutting.
Cutting.
Yeah,
To
cutting.
feel the pain? They like the
Yeah.
pain.
No.
They don't like it, but-
They do it to take away the
The
pain.
pain. So I have
As I
more
said
pain to
them,
take away the pain.
Why are you doing this, sweetheart?
Mm-hmm.
And they do it, you know, on their hips, so you can't see it.
So the sister probably sees it sometime in the bath or them getting out of the
Well,
bath.
no, every girl has her own room, bedroom with a desk, her own bathroom. So, you know.
That's a nice setup.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a beautiful setup for that. So there's no chance of girls preying on a girl, you know, like putting them into that kind
Yeah.
of situation.
I was
And the
wondering who would
sisters-
see the marks. The sister maybe sees
Well,
some.
they'll see. I've seen them, you know, because they wear their shorts and.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and they're at the house.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
They
Not
can't go out
looking,
like with anything.
not looking for that, but
Yeah.
when I first
You
started
noticed
seeing
it,
that,
yeah,
I started
yeah.
seeing with that.
So then you get them more counseling with a psychiatrist when they're doing that, right?
Well, they go to that's therapy.
Right.
Everyone has.
But I mean,
their
you
own-
let him know that they're doing it, because he wouldn't know if she doesn't have shorts on, or she,
Yeah.
the
Well, yeah, we
psychiatrist.
would take-
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they can know what to say and how to help them.
But each one has their own counselor. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So there's a lot of.
How do you all raise more money? Because this is very expensive. I know you're doing the gala next week. Tell us about the gala and tell the
Tell about
audience.
the gala.
The gala's Tuesday, September 10th.
Next
at
Tuesday,
LaBerge,
September
yes.
10th, yeah.
And what we do is they'll buy a table and they'll come in and support us at LaBerge. LaBerge has been Penn Entertainment's been very good to us as well. They
Great.
come in, their head people come in,
Yeah.
the owners and stuff, and they will talk and they donate a lot to us. Then Father Jeff will get up and he will do a little talk and show a video, and then we'll have a survivor who will get up, who's been through our house
Program.
too, as
Yeah.
well, the
Yeah.
program, one of them this year, and she'll talk about it. And, you know, and it's just to awareness, because people, you know, you don't want, who wants to talk about that?
Well,
I mean,
people don't
really.
believe there's
Yeah.
slavery in America, and it's
No,
bigger than it
but-
was years
yeah.
ago.
It doesn't matter your race,
No.
religion, your social status,
Right.
anything. right now with that.
Right,
Yeah,
it
I know
does.
people who have daughters that are in 7th grade that go to the private schools. The cell phone now is a new serial killer.
Right,
thing. It
right.
is. I mean,
The internet.
they get on this
It's the
and they
internet.
talk and they
Yeah.
sneak out or whatever
Right.
and find them 45 minutes later at the bus station with their hair cut and they're drugged. I mean, it's bad.
Right.
And if you don't talk about it, it doesn't happen, right?
Right.
You just turn your back to it. We're worried about the
Let's
Super
say
Bowl.
rich people, when they realize, oh, my kid is gone, I mean, you can't file a report for, 48 hours or something after they're missing.
Well, at least a lot of them have enough money to hire private
right, so they
investigators
can get theirs back.
and to get their back. But sometimes it takes 6 months.
Yeah,
And we know of cases in.
Do they take a lot of
Latin
Americans overseas,
No.
across the border? They usually
No.
keep them in America.
Yeah. A lot of them, like in California, what the guy from Texas, right? He found his daughter.
Yes.
Yes, in California.
California.
Found her like 3
Yeah,
months later,
yeah.
but he had the
Yeah, she is-
financial.
Was she a sex slave, labor, or both?
She was in the porn.
Yeah.
They put in the porn business.
And she was catatonic when.
Yeah.
So drugged up.
Drugged him. We're worried about the Super Bowl because Super Bowl's
Well,
going
that's
to be
the
in New Orleans.
biggest sex trafficking
They just
event
went
in the
through training.
world.
They
Once
just
again,
went
it's
through
New
training.
Orleans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always the biggest in the world. I had read when I did my other show on human trafficking.
When we go around and teach about human trafficking, say to a parish or to a group of people that, the Knights of Columbus or, Rotary or stuff like that, they raise their hand. The two questions I always get, two questions. Well, Father, it is happening here, is it? It's not happening here.
In America.
Yeah.
We just told them it's 5 million people
Yeah.
in America.
But
They don't get it.
But it's not here,
But they
especially
meant-
if you're in a smaller community.
Oh, okay.
And so I said, well, do you
Drugs
have-
are here, isn't it?
No. I say, do you have the internet?
It's here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
here.
Right.
And the other one is, it's not our kids, is it? Is any girl, it would be a problem, of course.
Right.
But they don't realize that. 40, I just told you about 75 or 80% American kids. We don't get those poor kids that are trafficked by the coyotes and across the border.
Right. That's what they talk about in Sound of Freedom.
Yes.
they have people that will come in.
But,
And
but they did. Sound of Freedom didn't talk about them coming across the.
The City of Dreams does.
Yeah.
They thought. Well, it did talk about them coming across the border, but they were not Americans.
boy.
No. They were
Yeah.
all Latin American
Latin
kids.
American
Mhm,
kids.
They were all Latin American. But they were flying them all over the world, including
Yeah.
America. They
Yes.
talk about that in there.
Yes.
And we don't.
Yeah.
We have-
I guess if let's say it's a rich guy that wants a Latin American girl, they can order what they want. It's like
Well,
a menu now,
they do.
right?
It's the black
and so
web.
if I want this, I want someone speaking Spanish, whatever, and they fly them to this guy or woman, whatever they want. But they talk about them flying them all over the world.
There's
in
like
there.
websites they can log into, whatever, and they can have pictures of them loaded. Like,
Right.
I like this one,
Yeah.
whatever. They'll pay.
It's cafeteria, right? Pick what you
I know.
want.
Piccadilly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you said in your thing 150 billion.
Right.
Dollar-
Over $150 billion, almost
a year.
160 now, I understand.
Father Jeff says, you know how much money that is? You can buy all the NFL
Team.
teams. You can give everybody, a child in America, a free college education.
Right.
And
I mean, it's
And it's
And you
going
still
by
have money.
billions
Yeah.
a
and
year.
you still got billions left.
Right.
That's how big it is.
Right. The cartels have making it worse here the last 4 years. The cartels kind of run our border, right? Like I was telling you about the guy from Frito-Lay, that little labor slave they're using. He may be sex too, I don't know. But he's working for nothing, for room and board with the cartel people, because he owes them $40,000 for getting them across
Yep.
the border to America. They're paying him that kind of money, so then they have to pay him. And I bet it's going to be $100,000 by the time he pays it.
And if you don't pay me,
I'm going to kill your mama.
yeah.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna- I know where your little brother lives.
Right.
I'm going to chop off his
That's
hand.
right. They said they always threaten them with one of
Yeah.
their family members to kill them.
And they do it.
Yeah, and they'll do it. They'll
Just
bring them
put
the
their-
finger and say, yeah, see, you didn't do it. Here I am. Here's your brother's finger.
30% of trafficking are boys.
Yeah, and they
Boys
still,
now.
they're
It's
raping
raised
them
up, yeah.
also, I understand, men.
It's gone up to
Are
little boys.
raping them. You know, it's just hard to envision. Here's a 3-year-old, well, in Sound of Freedom, one of them is a boy.
Uh-huh.
It's a boy and a girl.
Girl, brother,
And they
sister.
were raping the little boy. The men were raping
Yeah.
the little boy. It was very,
And they
very
told her
sad.
that if she didn't behave, they're going to kill the brother. You know,
Right.
they're both, each of them.
But they ended up going to different cities. So,
Yeah, he was in
town.
Texas, I think,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ended up in Texas. She was,
yeah, they had her
Woods.
across the...
yeah, somewhere in the
She was across.
jungle.
She was, yeah, it was in the
Somewhere.
jungle.
Yeah,
They ended
right.
up taking her because this guy really liked her. And said she was sex and labor.
12?
It's yeah.
Come
I
on.
guess it tells you how good the country is, what you all are doing, but it also tells you how bad
That
the
it's
world is.
needed.
Also,
Yeah, you know, used to be guns and then drugs and then trafficking.
yeah,
And now trafficking's moved up
it
to
makes
number
more
2.
money. Like I said,
Well,
it's
like you
reusable.
said, you can sell the person over and over and over.
Right, you don't have to go out here and find the drugs. Here, the people, you got them right here in your brothel here, and just go get them.
Right.
Hey, which
Yeah.
one you want?
Huge profits. Little consequences.
That's right. And
Yeah.
expense. All they
Yes.
got to do is feed them. That's
Yeah.
it.
And they don't feed them much.
And board, yeah. Don't feed them much and not anything good.
And we do, they,
What would you like to, I mean, we talking about the problem, but we don't really have a solution because there are just not enough beds to house people. How do some of them get away? Are many of them running away? How do they get to you?
The police contact us, of course, if they have somebody, and we get them.
They
from
find them somewhere. Some of them
D-
go to the
DCFS.
police, I won't help.
DCF, well, if they do a sting or something, they get them. DCFS.
Well, you are
assigns it.
one,
yeah.
Because we're licensed.
Right.
We're a licensed facility.
And see, I didn't know that many were licensed by the Department of Children and
You
Family
can't,
Services.
you have to, if they're underage, they have to be licensed, because you got a custody issue.
But if you decide I'm going to take 21 and older, you don't have to be licensed.
That's right, you can
Yeah.
put them in a cardboard box.
Right,
And
right.
the government doesn't care.
Right.
wow.
That's true.
I know.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, it's true.
But I'm just flabbergasted, 250 beds for 5 million
it's-
people, or however many you can
Well,
find.
but that's the juvenile. Juveniles are 60% of the
60%, yeah.
ones that are trafficked.
So that's still back about 3 million.
Yeah, about 3 million, yeah.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
So let's talk about the gala then, something a little uplifting and how people can help with that.
Well, I mean, we're sold out.
Oh, you're sold- well, tell people about next year, and it's wonderful,
Yeah, we
yeah.
don't have the date next year,
they
but
can always
please.
help us.
Yes.
They
People can
always
send
send-
Yes, you can
donations.
send donations.
Send donations.
Go to our website, www.metanoia-inc.org.
We'll have that on the
Yes.
screen.
We put that
And it'll
on the
have-
screen for
Yes.
you.
And I mean,
And they
yeah,
call
just
you, right?
contact,
They
yes,
call you,
contact
Beth?
me. My
Beth
information will
Olinde.
be on there, yes.
Yeah, it'll be on there.
Yeah, I can get you to wherever you need to be.
Do you
We've
do
got
any other
volunteers.
fundraisers? You do the gala once a year. What else
Just
do you
the
do?
gala, but we have other like things, volunteers, and we do have on our page, like, they always need some sort of donations. Even if you don't want to give money, they feminine products. I mean, anything. The
Right,
girls, we have
right.
girls that need,
Think it's been interesting, and I'll see you at the gala, Father, and I'll be happy to meet. What a wonderful man, Father Jeff.
Yes.
And thank you for coming in to Dianne Andrews in Black and White.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome.